Ray-Pec parents, Mike Slagle, your school superintendent. As you know, in an email last week, we asked for your questions about the return to school and some of the things that we can expect and some of the things on your mind that we could answer for you. So we're taking this opportunity to doing it a little bit differently than an email. We wanted to send you a video with some ideas of the responses to your questions that you've asked us. So with me today, glad to have Dr. Kristel Barr. Dr. Barr is our Director of Secondary Education.
Yes.
So, Dr. Barr, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
We have some questions from our parents that I'd like to just jump in on.
Okay.
Absolutely. So we have a question here that my daughter is in the A group that will go to school on Monday and Wednesdays. Okay. On their online learning days, do they need to be logged into the classroom during a specific class time?
For the most part, no. For the most part, a student who's on an A day will obviously go to in-person class on Monday, and then on Tuesday, they will be participating in activities that extend the learning from Monday. The one exception that will be is for our IB students.
Okay.
Our IB students, we are having them log in even on their off days so that they can have all that curriculum, because there's a lot more to put in there. So they will be logging in, but your average student will just be able to do asynchronous, or what we call non-technology activities, to extend their learning and get them ready for Wednesday when they come back to see that teacher in person.
Outstanding, outstanding. We have another one here. Many parents have questions about what will be expected of kids on virtual days and on Fridays. So as you think about the virtual experience that we've created for kids this year, what should they be expecting on the virtual days and on Friday?
So our students are on AB schedules again. On their days where they're at home, that'll be what we call asynchronous learning. Again, that extension of the learning, maybe working on some projects, some things like that again help them still meet the targets, but in maybe a very different way. Fridays are a little more flexible, and so let's say the student is really having some struggles in understanding, balancing equations in chemistry class. The chemistry teacher then has hours where they can host a Google Meet and record it for kids who can't be there, and maybe go through some of those elements that students didn't quite pick up during the regular time. So that Friday is really like a catch-up intervention, more specialized, intense kind of times for kids when they're needed. And so if they're not needed, then students will move along in asynchronous activities. But if they're needed, the teacher's going to be there.
Yeah, so I heard you talk about Google Meets and the like. So we are training teachers this week into how to make the most out of their classroom.
Absolutely. Teachers have gone through a lot of training this week on how to work through Canvas, which is going to be our learning management system, how to do things like Google Meets and make sure we're recording them. And they're also looking at how do they really need to change some of the way we do education, because sometimes we have to change things. They don't transition well into virtual. So we're looking at seeing a lot more of that critical thinking, problem solving, project-based kinds of instruction, and is not a lot less maybe of that lecture kind of mode, which is actually where we're already moving in education.
Yeah.
It's just kind of sped that up a little bit.
And I heard you say a magic word called Canvas, and that is our learning management system. And so if parents have questions about that, we have a presence on our website to find out more information about how to navigate Canvas, correct?
We do. So in the spring, when we all had to switch over all of a sudden, teachers had all different kinds of ways that they were delivering education, and that was frustrating for our parents. So we decided to go to, for 612, Canvas, which is one learning management system. So when the student logs on, they will see all their coursework, and that is their one-stop shop.
Great.
That's also for parents as well. We will have videos for parents to see how they can have a Canvas Observer account, so they can actually get in their student's Canvas account and observe everything that's happening, all the assignments that have been assigned, all the assignments that have been done. So all of that activity, and it's just one login. So that's going to be so much better for our students and our families.
And that information is on our website, so they can find that as well.
Yes.
Great. Excellent. Outstanding. One last question. If at some point we go to full-time distance learning, we're bringing kids back in the classroom on Monday and on Tuesday with the AB schedules and the K-5. But if some point down the road we have to transition to all distance learning for a period of time, what is that going to look like for parents? What can parents expect in that transition, and what can students expect in that transition?
They can expect a better and smoother transition than what we had in the spring of 2020, because we've had time to plan. So also part of our teachers' professional development this week has been, again, preparing for that virtual environment, and we've been very clear that they need to be prepared for that to happen at any moment. We're also going to use some of those Friday times for continued professional development, continued collaboration. Our Viper teachers obviously have had more training at this point, and so they're going to collaborate with our in-person teachers in order to talk more about how do we continue to transition those learning activities should we have to go all virtual, so that it is still a very rich and rigorous academic environment for our students.
A lot of work has been done to this point. A lot of work remains. We are looking forward to starting the school year on Monday, and we'll see where we go from there.
Absolutely.
Dr. Barr, thank you.
Thank you.
Parents, thank you for tuning in today. Appreciate your questions to us, and we hope we have a great school year. We'll see you soon. Thank you.